I did have one.
There
I
you
did.
go.
We're
Another
good.
one. Yeah, that DJ Khaled sound.
Another one. Another one.
The social hours are still going.
Oh, shoot. Are we keeping the music going?
No, I'm stopping it right meow.
Just kidding. Like we didn't have music last time. What's going on here? But hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. Getting into the deep dive. So obviously, we're on the live stream on YouTube for those of you listening on Spotify on Thursday, the 12th. I had to do some quick math in my head. Saw some fumes coming out of my skull, bro.
One of them numbers.
Like that meme of that girl looking at all those triangles and shit. She's all.
Yeah.
Um, but anyway, we are back with another deep dive. Last week and the week before it was kind of video game related, so we wanted to switch it up. We
Yep.
thought about doing Nintendo, didn't really.
I had to get Phil in as a guest for that one because I've never been in that Nintendo game.
Yeah, and it's weird because I've owned a lot of Nintendo products. Anyway, this isn't the deep dive, but
The deep dive today is, as you can see, subscription.
I feel like this is a really relevant topic because we're just in deep as we'll get in as we go through this deep dive, but quite literally we're deep diving into subscriptions every day. So
Yep.
yeah. Anyway, so this was partly Logan's idea, and then we kind of as we were adding stuff together and doing some stuff, there's going to be cost in here as we get started, but there's also going to be some other conversations that I feel like we might have had a little bit in the past, but not anytime recently and not specifically related to streaming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is the plan. I am just updating the YouTube title right now. What in the world? All right. Yeah, we're good.
Sick. Well, hell yeah, bro. Well, all right, yeah. As soon as you're ready, Logan. Logan made this sweet little image that you guys are looking at right now between us here.
Absolutely bussin'.
And some of those, I think actually all of those prices are correct. I don't know if you can really see them on the live stream because we're using a little tiny window, but pretty wild to even see already. We got Disney Plus coming in at $25, and that's going to increase whenever they acquire Hulu. So
They are wild behavior.
yeah,
Crazy.
yeah.
Crazy.
Well, let's get going, bro. Let's see what we got first. First up on the agenda.
Yes, sir. Let's see here. Remember when cutting the cord was the ultimate financial life hack? We traded hefty, confusing cable bills for a single, cheap, ad-free streaming service.
Ad free.
Yeah, we were sold a lie. Fast forward to today, and the streaming landscape looks suspiciously like the cable bundles we tried to escape, with a combined price tag to match. Let's break down how we got here. Ooh wee.
Ooh,
Wee. uh, some straight bops. Let's see here. Technical difficulties yet again.
Oh shit! I was wondering. I'm like, slides aren't going, huh?
Just a
Damn, bro, what
second.
the hell?
We gotta iron out some kinks. You know what I mean?
I'm firing those tech people, bro. We
Yeah.
got like a crew of like 20 people constantly working for us, making these images and the slides and
Yeah.
getting our streams going. First, they fucked up on the live stream itself, bro. That's
That's right.
enough.
That's right.
But now they're fucking with the slides.
That's right.
I hate to stop putting food on the table for somebody's family, but I think they got to get fired, bro.
All right, here we go.
It's done.
The YouTube Live is updated. Deep dive into subscriptions. The title has officially changed.
Now it's official.
Yeah. Let's see. Streaming started as an undeniable bargain. For around $8 a month, early adopters gained access to a vast ad-free library of movies and licensed networks. The cable killer promise. These value propositions were simply irresistible. Pay only for what you want, watch completely on demand, and finally say goodbye to hardware rental fees, hidden taxes, and mandatory sports bundles. The great fragmentation. The walls go up. Legacy media giants eventually realized they were renting their best content to a competitor. Networks and studios all pulled their ironic... yeah, you're agreeing, huh? Ironic shows to launch their own exclusive platforms, Disney Plus, Max, Peacock, Paramount, etc. To quickly grab the market share, these new services launched with an artificially low introductory prices. It was an incredible era for viewers, but an entirely unsustainable business model for companies burning billions to build their libraries. The era of cheap money ended. Wall Street stopped rewarding streaming platforms purely for subscriber growth and started demanding actual sustainable profits. Across the board, services began jacking up their prices. What started as $8 to $10 a month quickly ballooned. Premium ad-free tiers pushed past the $15 and $20 mark. To soften the blow of price hikes and open a lucrative and new revenue stream, platforms introduced cheaper ad-supported tiers. That wildest fucking shit I've ever fucking heard of. Wow. We officially back to paying monthly fees just to watch commercials. The final squeeze came when the end of the password sharing, aggressively converting shared accounts into fresh paying subscriptions. To reduce chum, the industry term for users canceling a service immediately after becoming one specific show, platforms are resorting to the oldest trick in the cable playbook, bundling. How many times do you hear that? It's a good bundle. It's a good old deal, huh? Good old deal. It's a bundle.
It's like some fucking car insurance, bro.
Yeah.
Bundle your home and auto and get discounted rates with Geico.
We are absolutely cooked. Today, if you subscribe to the top major streaming services to get a comprehensive mix of prestige TV, movies, live sports, your monthly bill easily rivals the traditional cable packages you swore you'd never pay for again. Here you go. On to you.
So kind of going back to what you were first saying real quick, I feel like that is the overall problem with streaming. You're not paying for the things that you're watching. You're paying for a license because studios license their material to these streaming companies, unless it's an original, which of course there's a lot of those too. But all those vast libraries that, whenever Netflix first started, they had a shitload of movies and TV shows. But now those licenses are always being tossed up for grabs to the highest bidder. And that goes beyond just the TV shows and movies, as we've recently seen with Netflix and Disney and Netflix and Warner Bros. And now Paramount coming in to step in it. Like, there's constantly a battle of the highest bidder. And that's who gets to control the type of content that is on what you're paying for if you really calculate it out. I mean, it doesn't sound like a crazy amount in the time, but once you're nearing your retirement age and you're realizing that a couple hours of your paycheck every single month went to just one streaming service, like, you're literally calculating it out. 2 hours roughly, we'll say minimum wage is around $15, so around that much amount, it's like $30 now for a subscription if you want the premium ad-free 4K shit. Yeah. You're spending 2 hours of your time that you're working at work to pay for that one subscription service,
which you're only going to watch like one show on.
Yeah. But anyway, whenever you were reading that, I instantly started going into that mode because that's what you're paying for is the licenses. It's not a guarantee that Netflix is gonna. I mean, fuck, it's not even a guarantee that they're always gonna have Stranger Things on their shit. I'm sure that they will because it's their original. But if they had somebody come in and say, "We want to buy Stranger Things from you, Netflix, for X amount of money," and they accepted it, then then they could have Stranger Things taken off of Netflix.
Yeah.
And it's not. There's nothing you can do about it. You can't get your money back. You can't. You're still going to have to continue to pay for it, even if you want the hopes of like, well, Netflix might, they still have my favorite show, Prison Break, on there. That doesn't mean that they're always going to have it though.
Yeah.
Whereas cable always had that, like, if you have this channel, any show or movie that comes through this channel, you can either, one, whenever DVR came out, you could record it and you would always have it in your recordings. But two, it's like, no, this channel, it's tied to this channel. The only way that it'll change is if it gets bought by a different channel. But then if you have that channel, you just continue watching it there. So it's literally the same thing now, as kind of what you were saying. There's no difference almost.
It's crazy how far we've come. Wild.
Yeah. Anyway, I just added kind of a basic little starter point here on what a subscription is. So the base definition of a subscription is that it, one, has a recurring payment. So you pay X amount of dollars once a month, once a year. I know that some do it like you can buy 6 months at a time or do whatever. You secondly have access to a service / product, which is what we were talking about. You have access to the shows, the movies. I mean, Netflix does games now. You have access to those products. That's their service that they're providing you. And then again, those are in set time intervals. So pretty much you're paying something every single month for a product service every single year or week or whatever the case may be. Because I know that some subscriptions now go week by week, bro.
Wild.
Yeah. Anyway, and so that's just kind of what I wanted to start with. I already kind of went off on my tangent about it, but
You ready for the next slide? The next slide is all yours.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right. So what subscriptions does little old Ethan have, huh? Let's see here. So I kind of added my the ones that I have that I don't necessarily pay for outright, but I do have them, and that is my Netflix. That's through my T-Mobile, which is kind of cool, but it still be gotten the ads on there.
Yeah.
And the other thing, Logan, that we can also plug into here is fuck Netflix, because if you have the ad, even if I was paying, it's still like $20 a month, I think, for the ad version. You don't get to watch all their movies, bro. You don't get the product. You don't get the service. I tried watching, what was it that came out? Until Dawn. Couldn't watch it because I have ads. And then, what was that other one? I Know What You Did Last fucking summer, the remake that came out. It came out on Netflix. Couldn't watch that shit either.
Yep. And if people wonder why people be putting their fucking their pirate hats on, it's makes it hard not to.
They're pirate. They go sail the 7 seas is what they're doing, bro.
Pretty much.
But anyway, the second one that I have is Hulu, but this is also through my T-Mobile, and this also does have ads. Hulu, I feel like Hulu is kind of weird because even whenever they started, they were kind of like they were already kind of like a TV service. Like you could already you could get cable through Hulu if you remember, like kind of like right off the bat.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like they kind of adapted cable and kind of made it their own thing for now, but that wasn't until Disney bought them. So we don't even have that anymore. Anyway, I put this in here because technically it's a subscription. I also got this through T-Mobile. Shout out T-Mobile, bro. Holy shit. They're giving me a lot of shit, but I also got a year of DoorDash Pass, and I've used it one time whenever we were visiting some family. So I don't really consider that one. Like, I'm definitely not going to renew it. I don't like DoorDash, bro. It enables me to eat bad.
That
and then two, it's expensive, bro.
That is, stay tuned because that is one of my deep dive topics is the failed or the flawed business practices of DoorDash.
DoorDash is. I feel like DoorDash is one of those companies that's just like, it's obviously
They're
based on
praying.
your choices. Yeah, it's based on your choices. You have the choice to order that McDonald's at 2 a.m. But if it's there and it's available and you're drunk, especially, it would be
Yeah,
fuck.
they're preying. They're
Why
preying
not?
on victims. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's super predatory. That's the word I was looking for.
yeah. DoorDash is the hunter, you're the prey.
Pretty much.
Anyway, I do have that, but I don't really have any ties to that, bro. Like I said, I've used it one time, and as soon as this year, because I got like a free year through T-Mobile, I'm not gonna do it again. And then I also have Spotify. That's my last one that I don't pay for. That's paid by the boys, and the boys meaning Logan. So
Oh yeah.
thanks, Logan.
Oh yeah.
I pay him back. All right, don't worry. Because
Yeah.
next I do pay for Netflix for the boys, and the boys meaning Logan, and that is a whopping $22 as of right now.
Yeah, we're gonna get into the deficit of password sharing later, but yeah.
Yeah, but that $22, I don't even think that's the 4K. I mean, you could, but I know that it's not. It does not have the ads because you guys are able to watch all the new shit.
Yeah, that we are.
Yeah, so I know that there's no ads on that I'm paying for, but I don't know. I don't think that that's the 4K one because I think the 4K one is almost 30 if I'm not mistaken.
Wild.
Yeah, it's fucking insane, bro. Anyway, going on down the list here, I have Shutter. That's about $8. I'll give Shutter some credit, bro. They've whenever I started that subscription back in, I think it was around COVID. So back whenever we started the shit show, it's been 6 years. They haven't changed their price. Knock on wood, but they have not changed their price. So it's pretty badass. Good old Shutter coming in with the clutch. They come out with a lot of original horror stuff, and they're a pretty cool streaming service. I don't mind them, but that's $8 a month. Next up, I got my Amazon Prime. Of course, this also does come with Prime Video for the most part, but even though now the basic Prime Video that used to come with your Amazon subscription does have ads, you have to pay extra for ad-free Amazon Prime Video. But I do not do that. We sit through the ads, bro. I'm kind of in my older age as I've been aging. I'm not super old yet. I've become a penny pincher, especially whenever it comes to subscriptions, bro.
I agree.
I'll keep my ads on. Fuck, yeah, I ain't gonna fucking pay extra $10 a month for you to just not play ads on my stuff, bro. I'm good.
What's crazy to me is those companies still spend a fucking absorbent amount of money play their advertisements, knowing damn well ain't nobody paying attention to that shit.
No,
Not a single
it's
person.
literally watching my Saturday morning cartoons as a kid, where the commercials come on and I go run around the living room.
Yeah.
Except I'm not running right now, obviously. That speaks for itself. Anyway, that's a whopping $17 a month. That's really not terrible. That includes Amazon Prime, like shipping and stuff. So I feel like if you shop on Amazon, which I do decently, that I feel like that kind of pays for itself. Next up, we have Discord Nitro. This is a new thing, kind of how we're able to bring shit show to video for you guys here. Logan and I had, well, I don't want to say had to, but it was easier, which is another thing with subscription. I mean, they do market it as such, as you were saying earlier, but it's easier, makes things easy. That's $11 a month, which isn't terrible, I don't think. There is the premium version of it though, which I think is double that. So anyway,
Yeah, if we didn't need the digital green screen for what we're doing now, I don't see a single reason to have Discord Nitro. But anyway.
yeah. It doesn't seem like the best type of thing for just anybody that uses Discord. I mean, I've had Discord for a while now to play on PlayStation with you guys, and I never once thought about buying Nitro. But whenever we were able to kind of plan this out to bring it to the YouTube and live stream and stuff, it did kind of make sense. So it's not terrible, but that's $11. Next up, we have PlayStation Plus. That's another $11 a month. I mean, those have been around for a minute, bro. I remember PlayStation used to be free, actually.
Yep.
Whenever their multiplayer was free, but now you have to pay. Just like for Xbox Live, you had to pay back in the 360 days and shit.
Yep.
But that's $11 a month. And for a lot of these, I know Amazon and PlayStation, you can buy a year subscription, but I just do monthly because I don't know. I don't like to spend X amount of dollars right off the bat for something. I don't know if that doesn't make sense, but there's that.
Oh, it does.
Next up, I have another new subscription, which if you see the trend here, a lot of these are kind of new, which is weird. We're about to deep dive into it, and I'm kind of paying for a lot of subscriptions that I wasn't just even a couple months ago. Anyway, we have Cinemark movie rewards. I love this subscription, bro. We go
Pretty
to the
good.
movies a lot, like a lot, and it one gets us a free movie ticket every month. Two, it gets you rewards points for however much money you spend on concessions and movie tickets themselves. And once you get to a certain amount, you can get another free ticket. So pretty much, we get at least one an additional free ticket like once every couple months. So there's that, and it also shaves off 20% of your concessions. And I feel like it doesn't sound like a lot, but it is. It does kind of knock some price down. And then lastly, that's $11 a month as well. But lastly, this one's kind of weird. I forgot exactly what this was. I think I ran out of storage on the iCloud.
Yeah.
And so now I have to pay every single month, only $1 right now, but I know that that'll go up as I keep using my phone. But
yeah, we'll get to mine later, but I have the same thing for my wife. Yeah.
yeah. Well, that's $1 a month. I have to pay for more iCloud storage because I ran out on the free, which is wild to me. I'm already paying for the phone, bro. I don't understand. But anyway, right now, with all those subscriptions in mind, I pay $81 a month in subscriptions. Most of those are movie related. I know Cinemark it's not really like a subscription like streaming service, but I mean most of that stuff is for movies and media like Spotify and all that stuff,
But a side of food.
Jedi Zombie said that her Apple storage went up this month to $9.
Whoa, damn, goddamn, you paying for the fucking 13 terabytes? How many pictures you taking?
Stop saving those memes.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's my side of this as we get started here.
All right. Let's see what else you got for us here.
This one I kind of put in. I know that you're going to go into yours here, but this was just kind of like a where does it go now type of situation. Like, at what point do we say that enough is enough for streaming, or can we even say that at this point? I feel like these streaming services, all of them, not just Netflix or not just the media ones, but like how you were saying, DoorDash and like Amazon Prime, not even about the video stuff. But where does it go from where it started to where we are now, and where's it going to go from here on after that? That's kind of like the big question that I had. So right here, look at the statistic. Over 90% of U.S. households have at least one subscription, with the average household juggling over 7, which often costs over $200 per month. So that's like an average statistic, bro. I'm only paying 81, but on average, people are paying around $200 a month for their subscriptions.
That's crazy.
So yeah. So while consumers, they estimate spending around $86 to $90 monthly. So actual costs are often 2.5 times higher than that number alone. And that was a statistic that I found whenever I was kind of doing some research on the subscription side of things.
That's crazy.
Yeah, bro. It's a little wild. So I don't know. That's kind of like, I don't really know where else to like lead that conversation, but it's just a question. I think that like, at what point is enough subscription based services really going to be enough? Like, when does that line get drawn, and for like what purpose?
It'll take a while for most people. We got a Jedi Zombie in here saying 2 terabytes. You said it was $9 for 2 terabytes? That's pretty steep, I feel like. Damn.
I don't think mine's gone up. I think mine's been $1. I think I have an extra terabyte.
I do take a lot of pictures of our dogs and Ethan. Damn.
Mm.
It's you. You are taking up the space.
You call me fat, bro?
What the fuck?
I was messing around. But anyway, this picture kind of related to it a little bit, but all these different types of things that we talk about in the adult world, I guess, since we, growing up in this realm and digital stuff, like kind of growing up as we were growing up, and now it's come to this point. But think about how much $81 a month, and granted, there's not password sharing as much as there was back then, so we didn't necessarily pay $81 a month since we were 18. But think about $81 a month, putting that into a savings or putting that towards an investment such as a house or a car. Think about how much money you would have, bro.
Yeah. We're getting walked on.
Yeah, it's kind of wild to think about.
Jedi Zombie says, yeah, it's ass. I used to only pay $2. Yeah, I think my 2 terabytes I think is $2.99, I believe. We're getting to that later, but that's pretty wild.
Yeah. But yeah, that's about all I had to say for this little question that I have. So if you're watching / listening, just just ask yourself that question: at what point is enough enough, and where is it going to go?
I agree.
I put the little freaking Pringles can guy, what I like to call him. I know he's the Monopoly guy, trademark. But I put him in there because I feel like that's a good representation of what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. All right, well, we'll get into mine now then, I guess. Perfect segue here. We got Chuck E. Cheese, Dad Life.
Hold on. So what is that subscription, bro? What is that?
It's honestly pretty sick. It's only $12.20. I could take my son whenever I want. And he could get, I don't know the details. I believe it's like 1,000 or so credits every time we go to play the arcade games. Which, granted, there's not a lot, and the rewards are terrible. He usually ends up coming out with one of those little spinner things that clap each other.
Oh, the magnets?
No, it's like a little thing. You fucking do this, and it fucking claps each other. I don't know. It's not the magnets, but anyway.
I don't know what you're talking
about. I'll have to look it up. But anyway,
bro,
no, it's pretty sick.
I remember going to those like ticket-based like Peter Piper's and Chuck E. Cheese. I would always get those Chinese finger traps, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think they have
those
things
were trippy, bro.
They were.
Put myself in a Saw game already, bro.
Those were sick. But no, this subscription is nice. If you run out of things to do, you could take them up there. Then I got Paramount Plus. That just recently went up to $16 a month. Wild behavior.
It's because they just bought Netflix for like $100 billion. So
yeah, they got to offset that shit.
I'm not even exaggerating that fucking number, bro.
Yeah. And then we got Spotify. That's the premium family plan. I didn't add that in this slide, but that's $21.52. That is bananas, and I don't even use it. But my wife uses it. You use it. I got a few other people on there. It's a family plan, so it is what it is. Discord Nitro, as you said, is about $11. PlayStation Plus is for my wife. That's $10.76, and that's for the PlayStation Plus Essential, and that's what I was gonna get into a little bit too, is the tiers of what you can subscribe to, because I think PlayStation Plus has like a fucking $20-something one, and that gives you access to PlayStation Now or something where you can play you could stream the games, blah blah blah, and that's probably a whole other fun topic, but the tiers of subscriptions. And then we got Google storage. Mine is $3.22, and that's for 2 terabytes. So that's why I was surprised when Jedi Zombie said her 2 terabytes was, what did she say? $9. That's wild. Wild. And I'm not even using all that. It just kind of came with my phone as a promo, so I guess that's why mine is so cheap. And then the Apple storage for my wife is $2.20. 22 cents. I'm not sure how much she's getting for that. But that brings the grand total to $76.92. So that's kind of surprising. That before we even did this, we were making the slideshow, not even talking to each other or anything, but we realized that we were pretty spot on. Like we were pretty close to what we were spending every month. So that's, I guess, somewhat of a takeaway of what maybe the average American, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people have shit coming out that they don't even know about. Like when I made this slideshow, I had to go on my bank statement and I had to search certain companies to get the actual price.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the question: is how much do you really know you're spending?
Yeah. Real quick here, Phil said he hated cable and you had to pay for all the channels you didn't even watch. Streaming promised something different. Got screwed. Would be nice to pay for only the channels you like.
Wouldn't that be
I
nice?
feel, yeah, and I feel like that's kind of the whole basis of like the deep dive. Like it started off as that. Like, okay, you don't want to pay for your 300 channels of cable. You're not going to watch all but maybe 10 of them, maybe at the most, unless you're really bored one night and just browsing through to see what else is on. But streaming promised that if you liked, I don't know, like the newest Netflix originals, you could just go and get Netflix. But then soon, Netflix kind of led the way, and I think that slide is coming up that we're going to get into, right?
Yeah.
It kind of led the way into where it went completely beyond that, and you still have to now pay for almost the same thing. Like you're paying for all these like all these movies and shows that you do not care about. You're wanting to watch the new Dexter that dropped on Paramount. You don't want to watch anything else on Paramount. One, because that streaming service sucks. It's so fucking slow and laggy. But anyway, I don't have that shit anymore. But I remember whenever I started it a couple years ago, it was only $7. So it's literally doubled in price. That's crazy.
Yeah. Those charts are coming. Don't you worry.
Yeah. But kind of speaking to what like you were saying on the tiers, I know that could be a whole other conversation in and of itself. But at all of these subscriptions, minus, well, I guess there's a couple that are not. They don't really have tiers. Like I know Shudder doesn't, and like Chuck E. Cheese, I don't know if that one does. I don't know. Freaking Cinemark doesn't have any tiers. But it's not enough just to pay for the bare minimum. Because, like I said, the Netflix with ads, you can't even watch the new shows that come out, bro.
That's crazy.
Yeah, like I could not. I don't even think we still can. I don't even know if Until Dawn is still on Netflix, but we still cannot watch it. It's not on our freaking Netflix, bro.
Wild.
It's insane. I still can't use it. I'm still paying what was like 20. No, well, I'm not paying technically. It's through my T-Mobile, the ad plan, which I think is like $16 or something like that. I'm still paying $16 a month. I can't watch a movie just because I have ads.
Yeah.
Like you guys don't make money from the ads? I thought that's the whole point.
You would
But
think.
whatever.
That's a perfect segue here to the next slide. Let's see here. Netflix. Little deep dive here. $19.99 DVD by mail was $15.95 a month, which I feel like for its time, you're getting a DVD that's cool. That's fine. But then
Yeah.
in 2010, the streaming era begins. And then they marketed it as only $7.99 a month. Okay? That's 2010. 4 years go by, goes up $1. That's 2014. That's $8.99 a month. 2017 comes by, you're at $13.99. 2019 comes along, you're at $15.99. 2022 comes along, you're at standard $15.49, premium $19.99. 2023 is the premium is $22.99. That is wild.
Mm-hmm. This is where the 4K and 1080p and all that shit starts coming up.
Yeah. And then 2025, the standard $17.99, premium $24.99, standard with ads is $7.99. Wild.
Mm-hmm.
Wild.
It's pretty crazy, bro. So think about, I mean, quick math on the top of my head. I mean, technically 20 times 12, a couple $100 a month, or a couple $100 a year for sure, just for Netflix. That think about how much you use it. I mean, maybe people use Netflix more than I do, but I don't really use it, bro.
No, I don't
I
either.
really don't.
I can't tell you the last time I've been on there.
Yeah, we go on there every now and then, but honestly, I find myself not even liking anything. This is kind of off topic a little bit, but Netflix, bro, like, what is up with the freaking like foreign films, bro? I'm not trying to like be rude or like unpolitical, whatever you like, politically incorrect, but half of the new releases are in a different language.
Yeah.
I'm like, what am I watching right now? Like, what is going on here?
Yeah.
Anyway, real quick, Logan, I looked it up. Accounting for inflation and all that kind of stuff. 15.95 and 1999 is equivalent to $31.14 in today's economy.
Sheesh. It sure
So
feels like it.
yeah, so if you kind of compare, that's almost around the same. It's actually a little bit more expensive, but that's kind of how much it is now for the streaming. But there's a really big but in there. You might think like, oh, well, then it's not really much of a ripoff, but it is, because that 15.95, which is equivalent to $30 in today's economy, that was mailing. They were constantly mailing you DVDs.
Yeah.
So they had to pay for that mailing somehow in order to make money. They're not just gonna. Otherwise, they would have been bankrupt whenever Blockbuster went bankrupt. And that was during that era. Blockbuster, started dying out because of these pay by mail services. Because Blockbuster, your local video store, mom and pop place, you can go and rent the VHS or rent the DVDs and all that stuff. Hastings, RIP. You could go there, browse, and pick it up right then and there, and start watching it that night, bring it back the next day or 2 days later, whatever the case may be. But Netflix started mailing, so that $30 a month, it might seem like it's equivalent to like how much you're paying for Netflix now if you have the premium, whatever. But it's really not, because Netflix was using a lot more money, and now all they have to do is their upkeep with their servers and all that type of stuff now with their streaming stuff. They're not doing the mail shit anymore. So, and they're still increasing their prices.
It's crazy. Let's see what's next. PlayStation Plus. I just threw this in here. The total rise is $30. Let's see, June 2010 for $49.99 a year.
And that was whenever the 4 came out around? No,
yeah,
it was a little bit
almost
before.
A little before, yeah. September 2016, it increased to $59.99 a year. And then June 2022 is when they're like, oh, let's make some tiers. So people can decide. $59.99 a year for Essential.
Mm-hmm.
$134.99 a year for Extra. $159.99 a year for Premium. September 2023, Essential increased to $79.99 a year.
Bro, that's the price of a fucking game.
Yeah. And then they give you free games, but they're games that have been out for fucking 18,000 decades.
Or it's like Power Wash Sims and shit, bro. It's like the very scraping the bottom of the barrel as far as like a video game.
Yeah, but these the subscription tiers, again, that could probably be its own episode, but we have the Essential at $79.99 a year, the Extra at $134.99 a year, and then the Premium at $159.99 a year, and that'll give you all benefits, classic catalog, cloud streaming, which almost nobody has the internet to do, and game trials. Whereas the Essential, you only get online multiplayer, monthly games, and cloud storage, which, to be fair, is all that most people need.
Yeah.
And so
yeah,
they have that going for them.
Oh yeah, and they try to entice you, bro, on the PlayStation Store. Like if you have extra, if you have premium, they have exclusive deals. Not even like free games, but you get deals to get a game only if you're paying that double amount.
Yeah, it's whack. But anyway, I just thought I'd add some video games before we go into right here, the HBO Max. Hey ho, hey ho.
And they've been around since 2020.
Yeah, they were pretty fresh. $14.99 in 2020,
Ad free.
ad free. January 2023, $15.99 a month. And
Is it
then
crazy?
that's when they started branching off. The Max Ultimate ad free. And what year is that? 2023, May. Goes to $99 a month if you want the
That's with ads.
with ads. Ad free, $15.99 a month. And then Max with ads, $19.99 a month. I think that's if you had cable or something. And then we go to October 2025, Premium Ultimate, $22.99.
So literally almost a double in price over the span of 5 years. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't believe I had that on my subscriptions, but I am paying for that, so I don't know. June 2024, $18.49 for the ad free, $10.99 with the basic with ads. So, it's crazy. Hey, I am an ad hater through and through. I mean, I'll stomach him if it's worth it, but some of those cheaper tiers, I mean, they'll bombard you with ads. It's brutal.
But going back, just going back to what you opened up with, this ad free is what streaming presented to the consumers whenever the Netflix started this shit back at like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy to think? It's only been about 10 years since we've had all this streaming shit, roughly, give or take a couple years. But where was that promise? What happened with that? If you pay X amount of dollars per month, you might not get all those channels that you get on cable, but you don't have to sit through those meaningless ads. But now it's like, well, if you don't want to pay more, we're going to put some ads on there. But if you give us double the money, we won't put the ads on there. It's still ad free, but don't even look at that other one. Don't even look at that cheaper option. We know you can give us the double in price one, bro. It's all right.
It's nasty.
Yeah.
We'll move on to Paramount here. Essential 2021. They're relatively new as well. $4.99 a month. That's crazy. 2023 remained $4.99. 2024 remained $5.99. And the latest price hike was $8.99. That's with ads. If you want premium, started at $9.99. And then it went to $11.99, $12.99, and then $13.99. I'm currently paying, I believe it was on the slides a few slides ago, but I think it was like $16.
Mm-hmm.
Paramount is one of the wild ones. And like you said earlier, the fucking app is trash. So
I hate that streaming service, bro. It is so laggy. Anytime that like we would start it, we would have to like back out of a show or a TV or a freaking movie and restart it because the audio was not syncing, and it wasn't my TV audio. It was the streaming service.
Yep, we can't ever use subtitles. We gotta keep restarting that fucking thing.
Yeah, I fucking hate Paramount, bro.
Yeah,
I hate they make good movies in the theater and stuff still, and they're still putting out their movies on physical media. So I don't have beef with the company, but damn, their streaming is ass, bro. I'm so glad that we decided to cancel ours.
Yeah. So there you go. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, not really Netflix or Disney; those are bigger ones. But if you noticed a trend in these past couple slides, HBO, Paramount, when did they start, bro?
After Netflix.
No. 2020, COVID.
Yeah, that too.
They took on the pandemic where people were pretty much mandated to not go out in public to the movie theater. They took it upon themselves to introduce, well, you don't have to go to the theater. You can pay the same price you would for a movie ticket to watch whatever limited amount of shows you want. But now that they got the hook in, they went fishing for it. They got the hook in. these prices increase or them reeling it in, bro. Because
Yeah.
now you're already on the subscription service, and I don't know the statistic, but um, most people don't even know how many subscription services they're paying for every month. They've been doing it for so long, it's just like a subconscious almost. Like you don't even think about, oh yeah, freaking Netflix is coming out this month. You're just automatically you're just going about your business. You don't even think about the shit. They send emails with like, we're gonna have a $2 increase in our price.
Okay.
Does anybody really see those? Or if they see them, they're like, oh, $2 isn't bad. But then they send like 4 of those over the span of a year and a half, and you're paying almost double what you were a year and a
Yeah.
half ago.
Yeah. It's
But
crazy.
I thought that was cool seeing that on the deep dive, because now that is like a new thing. I was just kind of seeing, even though we did the slides and stuff, like almost all of these started around COVID, bro.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Makes you wonder. Makes you wonder.
That was Disney Plus here, 2019, a little before November 2019.
Yeah.
That shit started at $6.99. March 2021, $7.99. December 2022, $8.99. October 2023, $13.99. October 2024, $15.99. October 2025, $18.99.
And I think Disney, I think they're all ad free now, I will say.
Yeah, I don't believe they have any tiers that I'm aware of. We have the it wasn't included in my subscriptions because I'm not the one paying for it, but I believe they Hulu's merged with Disney, and I believe it's all ad free. Yes.
Well, Hulu is not ad free. I can tell you that for a fact.
Yeah.
Because I got the ad plan through T-Mobile, and we're still watching ads anytime you watch Hulu. Disney, bro. I mean, I could do a deep dive on Disney in and of itself. I absolutely
We
loathe
could.
this company. I cannot stand Disney, bro. If there's something that I dislike more than IGN, it's Disney.
Yeah, I agree. That could be a whole separate topic.
I can't stand them, bro. I feel like they're such an evil company, and you could make that argument for any major company like Paramount, Netflix, but Disney, I feel like is the worst of the worst because they capitalize on kids, bro. That's pretty much what it is.
Yeah.
It's insane to me. These prices, I guarantee, are for like families and specifically like ones that are quote unquote iPad kids to pop on a Disney show because they're addictive. They're bright colors. That's like that's not an unknown thing. That's not a conspiracy. Like that's what Disney does to attract children to their shows and stuff. They know what they're doing.
Their app now has a live section where you could just pop into like the last fucking 30 minutes of a Cars movie. Yeah, they know what they're doing.
They know what they're doing, and that price right there, $18.99. Like you said, they're merging with Hulu, but I think it was in the news a couple months back. Eventually, within the coming years, there is no more Hulu. It's going to be only on Disney Plus, and I guarantee that price right there is going to at least double, if not close.
Yeah,
it's going to be about $30 a month
because you're going to be paying for 2.
Yeah. And then if you want ESPN, that's a part of Hulu. So that now Disney is going to own that. It's going to be, I guarantee, it's going to be a pretty good price for one bundle, like how you were talking about earlier with the bundles. It's going to be about $50.
Yeah, crazy. But let's see, what else do we have here? Oh yeah, the good stuff. Netflix introducing the end of password sharing. Here's the good one here. Great picture. The domino effect. Netflix initiates a strategic crackdown. Oops. Officially ending password sharing for millions of users. A massive domino effect begins across the industry. Competing platforms quickly implement their own restrictions. Disney Plus introduces new password sharing policies. Max follows suit with similar measures. Hulu begins limited amount sharing. Amazon Prime Video adopts comparable restrictions. The result: the global streaming landscape changes fundamentally, establishing password sharing restrictions as the new industry standard. The shift leads to the significant business metrics for the platform, including increasing revenue, more secure accounts, and rapid paid subscriber growth. That needs to be studied in itself. Netflix, correct me if I'm wrong, but they paved the way in the end of password sharing because everybody and their mom was doing that shit until they came through and fucked it all up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, yeah. I could see, I'll play devil's advocate here whenever I talk about the password sharing because I could see as the business side to it. Like if you owned, say you owned a subscription based service for, I don't know, like a oil change company, like it was yours, it was in person, not even talking about streaming. And somebody was able, or like how they do for car washes, bro, like how you can, buy a monthly and go through the car wash however many times you want.
Yeah,
I could see from the business side to it,
I
like
can. Yeah,
that would kind of be like, oh, dude, like this dude's just
I
using
agree.
his fucking cousin's shit to like pay for the service whenever I'm losing out money. But was Netflix really losing out on money with that implemented? I mean, of course they're gaining more money now that they've limited the password sharing, yes. But I don't feel like they were struggling. I mean, obviously, I'm not as in the administrative side of Netflix, but I don't feel like they were like losing money. But I guess I could be wrong. So I don't know, bro. I know that we used to share passwords repeatedly for multiple different services every single month. That's kind of why whenever we were talking about our subscription stuff, like I still pay for Netflix for Logan and his people, and I'm on his Spotify, and it comes out to the same amount a month. But we used to share everything, bro. I'm at Paramount. You guys were all watching it, and then they cracked down on that too. Hulu. Um, Even now, like Hulu and Disney are the worst, bro. You have to like if you have to select like a home IP address, and if you watch it, even if you're traveling, you have to like sign in and say that like you're gone, like you're away from home.
We had a good thing going. Yeah.
Yeah, it's insane, bro. You can't even do that. And I remember people sharing their password for Amazon Prime and stuff, like getting the free shipping and stuff with the free fast free shipping shit. But not anymore. You can't do that anymore.
Nope.
Wild.
Let's see. What do we got here?
This is a fight, bro. Old
Ooh.
school castle cable TV against the modern digital era.
Yeah.
Um, but no, it was just kind of something that kind of relates to, kind of ties everything up as we kind of get to the end of this deep dive. I feel like this deep dive like asks more questions than it does answer.
Yeah. Agree.
But that's just my opinion. Um, but cable TV, bro. I know like we had a comment from Phil earlier about it, and I'm not gonna say that cable TV. I grew up with my family having cable TV, but I can't say I've ever paid for it. I've always paid for streaming, which is the world that we're in now. And so I can even think about like the kids today, bro, what they're going to be paying for. Um,
Yeah.
but cable TV, I looked it up and apparently like the bottom of the barrel costs 35 a month, but I don't think I've ever heard of that.
No.
But I think that this next number is probably more like it, but about 146. And again, this was before streaming, so like mid 2000s, early 2010s. So that number would probably be a little bit higher right now. So yes, I mean cable is more expensive for base packages, but you still got to ask yourself, I'm paying around half of that for streaming, but it does not have the benefits. I'm paying for all the ad shit, bro. I don't have any of the premium stuff. If I had all the premium stuff, I would like to add it all up. I should have done that as one of the things before we started, like added up all the premiums of like all the subscriptions, but I did not.
Yeah.
Sorry. But you really got to like ask yourself, like, is that really all that much better? Because you're still watching ads if you have the ad plans with most of your stuff. You're still participating in all of that stuff whenever it comes to cable TV and subscriptions, bro. There's really no difference. I know Spotify does um like ads if you don't have their premium.
Oh yeah.
So literally listening to ads too if you don't have the premium for Spotify.
Yeah.
Anyway, this just kind of makes you think, like, we already kind of talked about it. I don't have much else to say, but I thought this picture was kind of cool. This right here is my favorite meme right now, bro. I fucking love this little picture of this dog, bro. What subscription is next? I put this slide in there because literally before we started making these slides together, bro, I want to start getting a little bit more into shape. So I was looking into gym freaking memberships, and you want to talk about some wild prices, bro. Holy shit.
Do you want the shower
Gym
or do you not want
memberships?
the shower?
Bro, I cannot. I had something cool in Albuquerque, man. I was paying $40 a month for a 24/7. Like that was just it. $40 a month, and it was I could go in whenever I wanted. It didn't have showers and spas and shit, but oh my gosh, bro. I was looking at ones here, like Planet Fitness. Oh my, bro. Their shit, it like they get you on their numbers because it's like only $15, but in very small letters it says bi-weekly.
Yep.
But that doesn't even equate to any, like you don't even have access to like all their shit. You have to pay for, they have tiers now, bro. The gyms do. You're
That's
paying for
crazy.
a little bit of the machines all the way up to the very top, bro. Wow.
Crazy.
Yeah.
It's the programs too. Adobe. I was gonna add a slide for them, but the paying for programs is even more wild now. During like with subscriptions, wild.
Yeah. It's insane, bro. Wow. So anyway, yeah, just ask the question: what subscription is next? Because they're coming, bro. Like all those, a good chunk of those ones that were on mine, that I was kind of reading off earlier. Those are all relatively new. Like they just, I was like, oh shit, like that's pretty cool. Like that freaking Cinemark. Like we go to the movies enough, so I don't feel like that's unjustified right now. But and that's always a lingering question in the age of digital streaming that we are currently in.
Yeah. What is next? Everything. Everything is the subscription.
Yeah. Pretty wild.
Wild.
Wild shit.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I feel like we kind of wrapped that up. Subscription deep dive. It's kind of crazy. Hopefully, it wasn't dry or bland. Um, but I feel like it's just one of those questions that not a lot of people talk about because it is like I was saying earlier, like a subconscious thing. Like I'm paying for all these subscription services every single month, and I don't even until I sat down and literally looked at all the withdrawals from my account from these subscriptions. I did not even realize that I was still paying for Paramount, and I talk shit about it every time that I thought about it.
Yeah.
It's
That's
like,
just it.
well, let me go ahead and cancel that.
So much so where now they're separate companies where you pay them monthly to figure out what you're paying.
Yeah, and to cancel, like, yeah, you can pay those companies to like cancel ones that you don't use anymore and shit. Yeah, wild.
Yeah. Wild.
But everything is a subscription now. I feel like all companies are starting it. Walmart Plus, Target Red or whatever the fuck that theirs is called.
Yeah.
Sam's Club, that's always kind of been a membership, but still think it like Sam's Club, Costco. Um, they have memberships at like gas stations now, bro. If you're a premium Circle K member, you get like 10 cents off a gallon.
Yep.
Uh, um, they have car washes, like I said. Like, where did that even come from? A subscription for a car wash? That doesn't even make sense. But you got those. You have Discord. You have, like you were saying, Adobe Premiere and shit, Microsoft Office.
Yep.
That should just be something on the computer, like it always has been. I should be able to open a Word document and type in it, bro. That's all it is.
That's where we are. Crazy.
Yeah, insane, bro.
But yeah, I think that wraps it up good. Or
Yeah,
good.
I don't know. I don't really know what's coming up next for the deep dives. Like we would usually give a little hint, but we'll have something cooking.
That we will.
But all right.
All right. Goodbye for now.